That's what made me read the whole cup. Catching bees, I'm from the rack for real. Broski turned into a demon when he off them. Ride till I die. I hope that Jesus come and grind a wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. RIP to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up, now my safe done turned into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the babe. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any sun moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my seats, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broke and barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks. From Mercedes, I resage Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hippie trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot, feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my cotters. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect the demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like a art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird, let me fly away. Nelly Furtado, bye.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Washington Commanders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up. 5. Here's Wilson to throw right away. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Commanders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you have to outplay their defense as well. And that's what they did in their last game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talked about this Washington defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you're outplaying their defense as well. And that's what they did in the last game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 13. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Eddie Jackson with the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gibson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there on a Washington first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 3. Now Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Down to about the 45. But you look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Howell out of the shotgun. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready up.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. His third rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield, they tried it, didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation,
first half,
I don't know that there's any risk in the risk of reward for your risk here. I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Powell changing the play here.
2nd and 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Hal down to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 41-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Got a man. That's Antoine Green. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. To throw is Wilson. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone as hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw, Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and goal at the Broncos 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they'll indeed start on the ground and run that clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing here, Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run with Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2nd down, Howell now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Washington going to send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the 16.
Second down, Howell back to pass. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. 2nd and 7. Hal down to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Hal going to audible to something else. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Wilson on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment